Hello, everybody. My name is Dion Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from the top, not 16, fam. We are in the top 8 of the Tatooine Galactic Championship qualifier. We have Sami versus James here. The Empire versus the Rebellion. A classic matchup. A battle of the true rivals here. Offense v. offense. This is going to be interesting. Today, I am joined by Jonah Piscani on commentary and stats and stuff.
What's up, guys?
Alrighty. We are checking on some things. Looks like we'll keep it going. But
right.
we're going to go ahead and break down these lists. Before we do that, let's let you know that today our game is brought to you by Gold Squadron Paint Wars, our competitive painting competition that is posted on YouTube. If you haven't watched those shows, I highly suggest it. It's been an awesome series to put together. Jonah has been one of our producers on the show, and I will tell you that the painters have been doing amazing work. Absolutely amazing work, and we're even giving away the ships on our different broadcasts and things, so make sure to stay tuned because we might be giving one away today. So let's go ahead and start breaking down these matchups. We'll start here on the left side. Sami bringing Darth Vader into the Defender with a jamming beam. The Inquisitor with Foresight, and you got two of those, two Inquisitors with Foresight. Now, for anybody who's watching at home, maybe for the first time, saying, what are those things on the left side? Those are not what the actual Inquisitors look like. That's IV1s. They're just kind of a fun model to have in there. Because they can't really be confused for anything else, we're going to go ahead, in this scenario, we're going to go ahead and I'll allow it. Looks like people were saying they look like some Babylon 5 ships, and I say okay. Unfortunately, I am not familiar with it, but that's okay. We'll keep it going. The Foresight on those ships is absolutely great card. After an enemy ship executes a maneuver, you may spend one force to perform this attack against it as a bonus attack. It's range 1 to 3 in the bullseye. And it is very powerful attack. You can actually switch one of the focus results to a hit while doing that. So it is great against swarms. In this matchup, I'm curious to see how it actually ends up mattering. Might be good against Dash just to get extra attacks in there, especially because Dash does get to perform bonus attacks. And then we round it out with Darth Vader in the Defender. Absolute powerhouse of offense. You cannot spend force except while attacking, and while you perform an attack, you may spend one force to change one blank to a hit result. So really able to do some great work there, converting the force into damage almost no matter what you end up getting. And of course, you still get to do the natural force ability, which is changing focus results to hits. And then on the other side, we got James. What do we have over there, Jonah?
All right. On James' side, we have Rebels. If you tuned in for our top 16 game, we got to see this list in action. We have Dash Rendar in the YT-2400 Light Freighter with Trick Shot, Biston, Perceptive Copilot, and False Transponder codes. Biston allows Dash to shoot a second time for a bonus attack if he's focused, and Perceptive Copilot really helps with that. Moving on down the list, we have Jan Ors. Jan's ability allows her to bump up the amount of attack dice in the pool for anybody in her arc, and so that's a great tool to use with Dash, because Dash already hits so hard. Why not give him an extra die? Also on board the Hawk is Jyn Erso, who can make focus tokens into evades when you take an action. So when a ship receives a focus token, you have the choice. Would you like to receive an evade or just keep it a focus? And also Jan has Moldy Crow. Rounding out the list, we have AP5 in the Sheathipede, and he has no upgrades, but he doesn't really need them. His pilot ability is the only upgrade he needs, which allows him to coordinate even while ships have stress, and that is exactly one stress token. But very powerful. All in all, two I think pretty evenly matched lists. Against each other. It should be a good game.
All right, if you have not filled out that Choose Your Champion, it is the time. If you guys didn't see the instructions, sorry, I forgot to hit the button. There it is. Looks like right now we are headed towards another 50-50 voting. People kind of flippy-flopping on what they want. I will say on the initial engage, I'm a little bit worried about that pink Inquisitor in the top left-hand corner of your screen. I know it's actually a little bit hard to see because it's so dark. Dark on dark, Matt. But we can track that base that you see there. Now, we did actually see in the top 16, James face off against a Republic squad that really came down to the wire. It was AP5 and Jan versus a lone Jedi. But we did see James get his dash caught in the corner. Now, one of the things I want to talk about is a very strange choice. At least most people look at it on the onset as strange. But let's talk about the obstacles that were chosen here by... we got a quick roll here for AP5. Takes a strain. James brought 3 rocks. 3 asteroids. Usually Dash players bring debris in order to be able to shoot while on top of that. That tells you that that is a level of understanding on how you really want to fly your Dash. Your goal there seems to be to avoid some of the shenanigans maybe with clouds. And also, if you're afraid of Rey, specifically Rey, by having asteroids in there, you take away more places for her to be. So we'll see where this ends up mattering. We'll see where it goes. And got a shout out also Sammy here. One of the things that did happen in the setup, it looks like James accidentally put his dial backwards on the initial onset, and Sammy's like, no, we're not gonna win that way, and let him correct it in the opening. So shout out to Sammy for the assist there. We're gonna call it an assist.
It's always nice to see good sportsmanship at these GSP events because that's what we're all about. We're all here to just have a good time.
Agreed. All righty.
All right. Dash in the middle of the board there. What do you think about that positioning, Dion?
I mean, right now you have a lot of choices. I think that was the point, is saying kind of let's see what we can get. And the obstruction that you see there is gonna be live for Dash. So that does mean we're gonna get a 6 dice attack going into Vader to start this game. And you're also gonna be able to Biston into the Inquisitor there. So being on both sides right now of Dash does mean that you're gonna get shots into 2 of your ships. Though of course Sammy does have all 3 of his ships shooting at Dash. So we'll see what happens. Vader starts this off. Spend 2 force to make it 3. 2 hits and a crit. Dash has the coverage from the rock. So this is going to be 4 dice. 1 for range, 1 for the obstruction. And we'll take a damage, or guaranteed taking 1, possibly 2 if we spend a focus. There's a debate right now. Has decided, nope, I'm going to take the 2 shields. So that means leaning into Dash's offense, not really too worried about the defense right now. This is, if we're going into Vader first, this is going to be a 6 on 5. If Jan pumps it up, I'm assuming that she is going to, because we have the trick shot. There it is. 6 dice on 5 dice. Let's go. How many dice? More. And we got not quite a full string, but there's still 5 in there. 4 hits and a crit, and Vader shrugs it off. Spend the focus. Get out of here. I am the Dark Lord of the Sith. Let's go. All right, secondary shot here from Dash using Biston. It is focused and going into the Inquisitor over here. 4 dice shot. Spend focus for 2 hits and a crit. Sammy did take the evade on that Inquisitor. 4 dice because of range. Spend evade. Takes 1. First shield down on the Pink Inquisitor. We'll see if the Hawk has range. Not to Vader. Maybe just barely to the Pink Inquisitor. Does. Right now, with 1 hit. Probably not going to be able to clear it off. Oh, sorry. There's a target lock out there. Could make it 3 by spending the focus. Does 3 hits, risking half points there on the Inquisitor. And the answer is yes. You're taking a shield and a card in the opening. And as the backs of those cards for Sammy says, prepare for disappointment. Is what it says on the back of those. All right. Inquisitor's now taking shots into Dash. This is obstructed. This will be 2 on 4 again. Dash still has a focus. 2 hits. And plenty of evades. Dash just shrugs it off. Next shot. This one's likely going into Dash as well. Another 2 dice. Nothing there. So hindsight's 20/20. Dash would have had the opportunity to possibly dodge 1 of the damage earlier from Vader. And this is likely just going to get shrugged off here. Hit crit. Vader has an evade and does. Please remember my correct prediction the next time you guys say Streamer Curse. Just that's a little side note there. Real quick, I almost said James. Jonah on the top left. Number of points for Sammy is I think 195. I think right now it says 125 up there.
Oh, that was the number of points destroyed last round.
Oops.
My bad.
Oopsie doopsie. It's fine. little copy pasta error. It happens. Nobby asking the true questions though. Why does AP5 always roll crits at the end? Yes, out that back arc. And yes, the Pink Inquisitor is down to a single hole right now, and really in the teeth, because you're gonna have Dash Rendar moving up, having likely a trick shot into that Pink Inquisitor. Yeah, this is going to be tough. Vader is really going to have to get aggressive here and take down Dash ASAP. We'll see if the power of number Pink for that Inquisitor can make a difference. What are your thoughts on the positioning here?
The whole 6 dice on 5 and all that paint. But sorry, what were you saying?
I was going to ask, what are your thoughts on the positioning this turn?
This is interesting to have the rebels in the middle like this. I think it kind of puts the ball in Sammy's court. He's playing the 3 of these ships like aces, which I think just shows his skill. And so I think Vader has the potential to just get really nasty this turn, and I think honestly I don't love AP5's positioning. I'm a little worried that Vader is going to come up on his tail, and the Pink Inquisitor up top will kind of sandwich him and could take out AP5 relatively quickly. Those are my initial thoughts, but just so many choices for both players on what might happen. Oh, and we see a bump.
AP5 not able to get over with the 2 turn there, and is going to be facing off against that Inquisitor at range 1. Blue Inquisitor.
That's not what you want.
No, it is not. Blue Inquisitor ready to intercept that Dash Rendar. You can see he's probably trying to get into that sensor blind spot, noting that Dash would lose one of those attack dice. Though, of course, with Jan Ors, could still make it a range 1 attack. You also got the possibility of getting into the non-arced section of Dash if Dash does not rotate. We'll see where Dash ends up going. 2 straight for Jan. The 2 straight there tells me that Dash is likely turning or going straight. Though turning right now seems like a bad idea. Okay, there we go. We got the boost.
Leave an AP5 out to dry.
The dash bump here. Dash was not coordinated to focus. Defenseless. Dark Lord of the Sith chasing down. This is a turn for Sammy to take advantage.
Yeah, for some reason I did not think that 3 hard from Vader would fit, and that's why I wasn't really a fan of his positioning. But no, perfect positioning for Vader.
Sammy thinking about his action right now. He really needs to optimize this attack coming up. He's got 2 force available. I think you take a lock.
I agree.
He's thinking about the boost to try to get 4 in there. You could see the little finger pointing in there. It would be range 1. It would be range 1. Oh, the lock really leans into getting max damage here. And
modifiers are usually better than more modifiers are better than more dice.
Right,
usually.
We'll see if you know what, might get lucky here. And there it is. Spend both force. You got 4 hits. Vader says, I don't need no stinking lock, and deals 3 damage. We are into half point on Dash Rendar.
All right, that's huge.
And here we go. Dash is going to get a single attack. This is going to be probably a 5-on-4 if Jan bumps it up. She does. Only 2 hits. Unable to modify. This Inquisitor should be able to shake it off, and does with that evade token. Holds on to the force for the attack. Absolutely massive. Jan, going to be shooting at Vader possibly? No, range 1 into the Inquisitor. Say, you block my brother. And 3 hits, spend for 4. Big swing into the quiz. What do we get?
Wow.
And that is an evade, focus, blank. Force and evade means 3 of those are dodge. That's the first shield on the blue Inquisitor.
There's a lot of paint in this game. A lot of paint on both sides.
Range 1 for the pink Inquisitor. Going into AP5, who is strained, by the way. Spend the force for 3. That is an aggressive play by Sammy. Not saving it for offense. A single defense die. Got the squiggle. Shield on a card. AP5 does get to bite back, though. That's coming up now. Range 1 shot right back. Unmodified. 3-on-3. Sammy leaning into the tyranny of 3 agility, but doesn't even need it. AP5 comes up empty. Issuing a quick correction / retraction. Earlier, I had said that Dash used Jan's ability. That is incorrect. It was the 5th die came from the trick shot. So sorry about that mistake as we enter this next round of combat. So Number Pink survives. Jonah, are you familiar with the legend of Number Pink?
I've heard you reference it many times, but I saw one game where just like Number Pink was just it was a spacer and it was just like destroying everything. Is that where it originated? Or
it did not. It was the Denver System Open. Darren Granger, who is AKA the Dead Baron in the Twitch chat right now. He was the one who brought the legend of Number Pink to life.
Interesting. Is he the Baron on Discord?
Yeah.
He was messing with me yesterday.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, pure Darren fashion too. Well,
That's right.
yeah. Well, that's awesome. Any reason why it's number and not color? I'm always
Because
wondered that.
I think I said it wrong on stream, and we just leaned into it.
Gotcha.
Yep.
One thing that James is doing a really good job of is in his maneuvers, he's staying out of bullseyes and not allowing foresight to trigger. And has foresight gone off at all this game? I don't believe so. Not being able to leverage those bonus attacks is huge.
Yeah, not yet. Not yet. Yes. Also, the chat is correct. I used to use numbers for the ships, but now we switched to colors. Later on, when we got some really cool color indicators from Curl Paw Creatives, so we had switched to colors because it was much easier to track. I didn't have to like slide numbers around on screen, which was very, very cumbersome. Oh, Jan bumps here.
Yikes.
Man, I feel like James is having a little bit trouble with his positioning right now. Not having actions on his ships will be troublesome, and I want to just do a double check real quick. Now, Jan will be able to still use her ability because range 0 does count as in arc. And Vader's just going to continue the onslaught and boost forward, still in the arc, but may have been able to push for range 1. Also may have put himself in Jan Orr's arc.
I'm not quite sure why he didn't do the boost to the right. I guess he's thinking for positioning for next turn. Okay.
Yeah, he wants to be able to do a hard 3 next turn.
Yeah.
This is going to be only 2. Hit crit. And natties. That's all you need. So I will admit I'm not in love with the positioning, but also going for that sensor blind spot on Dash Rendar as well.
This could be rough for Vader. Results from Dash and
Ooh, did he get out?
Jan
No, he's
like,
just barely in. He's just barely in. That boost, not worth it.
And this is dangerous too, because Vader only did a 1 bank, I believe, and so he doesn't have an evade, and he's out of force. So pretty much this is all in Variant's hands here, because unmodified on unmodified.
Dash is focused. I know it's a little difficult to see. It's underneath the hawk in your sight line. And there we go. 1 hit, 3 crits. Let's scoop up a target lock as well. Boom. We picked up another hit. That's going to be 2 hits and 3 crits. This is going into the Inquisitor, by the way. That's why you see 5 dice out there. Range 3 plus the trick shot and 4 evades plus the force. Let's go. No damage. Wow. Okay. Just roll paint. That's right. That's a strat. Range 1 going into Vader. Up to 4 dice because of Jan's ability, by the way. And Vader is going to be taking 2 damage there. 2 shields.
You know what we should call this game? Paint Wars.
Dun-dun-cha! Jonah out here with the jokes. Oh no! All right, now this is speaking of pain, where we got 1 hit, 2 crits out there. Oh no, Vader! What are you doing?
The paint dried up.
Disabled power regulator on Vader. Vader is gonna be ionized next turn. Watch out for the positioning on Vader. Again, disabled power regulator. One crit coming in from the Pink Inquisitor onto AP5. That's going to end up sticking. That is a crit, half points on AP5, and the crit is a fuel leak.
Could matter.
We continue down here. The Blue Inquisitor should be up to fight next. This one's going to be obstructed. 2 hits. And the force was used on defense, so just 1. 4 evade dice, and we got it.
Whew.
Now
He did
AP
have those focuses still, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I still had a focus. AP5, in my experience, one of the most deadly ships in the game. Many nightmares of AP5s just rolling up and smacking me around. Most of the time, it was Marcel on the other side in the driver's seat, so not surprised there. But here we go. And you got 1. And evaded.
I feel like Marcel has traumatized you with AP5, Jedi, and RZ2A wings.
Yes, and yes. Also, his wife Kayla, another great X-Wing player, also with those RZ2A wings. Man, pre-COVID, she was just playing those every single week at League Night, and I was having so much trouble versus them, and 5 of them no less.
My gosh, I need to eat some breakfast. My stomach.
Yeah, I was able to get some. I got my coffee early on, and when I rolled downstairs, apparently while I was sleeping, my wife and daughter made cookies. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna have some cookies for breakfast.
Nice.
Which is probably why
awesome.
my energy level's pretty high this morning.
Wait till the final game. You're gonna need more cookies.
Gonna need more cookies. GSP bake sale.
Cookies and X-Wing?
Oh, yeah. There's an idea, Jonah. GSP bake sale. Coming soon.
We're going to start shipping cookies as prize support.
You know, I bet the chat's going, no, wait a second. Actually.
Yeah, top cut, you get Mrs. GSP's cooking. Below that, you get store-bought.
Sad.
All right, so that damage on the Vader is huge. It really puts James back in the game a little bit. You know, because you look at Jan's fresh. You know, Dash has 5 left. If he can take out Vader in this next turn, that could be huge. And AP5 is making a play for it.
Oh my God, hold on, Jonas. I just called you Jonas.
Yeah, Jesus.
It's gonna stick. It's gonna stick, Jonah. GSP Bake Wars. It's our next show.
Bake Wars.
It's our next show. It's decided.
Oh my God.
Who's in? Who's in on Bake Wars?
Shipping is going to be a nightmare.
We'll just ship them baking supplies. It'll be fine.
Well, but then they have to send it back to us, and you have to like try it, right? I'm guessing.
I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna work.
We're gonna.
I'm just the ideas guy.
Every single location.
I'm just the ideas guy. Okay, that's what I'm here for. Ideas and execution.
On the other side of that.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Theo, if you want Bake Wars, I will help you make Bake Wars. If that's really what you want.
That's right. Jonah's my facilitator. I go, Jonah, how can we make this happen? Jonah goes,
Yeah, forget Adepticon. Bake Wars is where it's at. Like, yeah.
Alrighty, so we see the action is converging in that top left corner. We'll go ahead and we'll do a little zoom action while we can. I'll tell you, remember, when we get back in person, moving cameras during the middle of the game, not really possible. But you know what? We can do it right now, so we will. There we go. A little bit of a better view right there. And looks like Dash taking the lock as expected. Vader is the game here.
Gone. Yeah.
And that's good. That's good positioning. Looking for that block on Vader. Foresight is in range, so we'll get that bonus attack. There we go. Blank focus and automatic focus change with Foresight ability. Natties, Jan says, get your Foresight out of here.
You know, Moldy Crow is actually pretty good tech against Foresight because usually right after you move, you're tokenless. And so you're pretty much rolling on modified dice. But, yeah, not that Jan had any focuses to do that with, but it's an interesting idea. Never thought of that.
Jan doing a focus rotate, and there's the bump. Darth Vader attempting the 3 hard and not getting it. I will say, you know, Foresight, Foresight, you know, hindsight 2020. But if Vader had done the angle boost last turn, I don't think he would have been blockable. But here we go. Vader still has a shot. 3 dice, 1 hit, 2 focuses. That's going to end up being 2 hits with Vader's force. We'll see what happens with Dash. Double focus. I think he might be worth spending here.
I agree. I'm surprised Vader honestly spent that force.
He can't use it on defense. He can't use it on defense.
Oh, I forgot.
Not allowed. So he did spend the focus on defense for Dash.
Also, Vader is ionized now.
Rip.
So Jan's going to be able to hurt him next turn.
So a single shot here. Oh!
Ooh.
Does Dash? He's a target lock. He's got a target lock. Good thing he shot at Vader first.
Yeah.
All right, that's a sad Vader. Vader needs at least he needs natties. Looking for natties.
Okay, he's got 2 left. Oh boy.
Just roll natties. Not enough. 2 damage goes through. That's it for Vader.
Wow. This game kind of swung. This is good television right here.
Lots of back and forth. And here we go. Inquisitors firing on AP5. 2 hits. After spending the force, it's going to be range 3, so we'll have 3 dice. Got an evade. We'll be taking a damage there. Next Inquisitor, actual official engagement shot. And got doubles. 2 hits. IB Donnie saying, hey, JSP, about to go to bed, but I saw you were on. You're doing God's work. Thank you so much. I appreciate the sentiment.
This Inquisitor, although it didn't matter, he did use the Foresight attack because he had no modifiers. You know, you don't have to spend a force during combat to do it, and yeah, it was a great play.
Yeah, it still gives you that modification. I will say I don't think the developers intended it that way, but they eventually said, "Oh yeah, it's fine," because it's a secondary weapon. They kind of were trying to make a force user only snapshot, and even snapshot the way it's printed, you can actually use snapshot as your weapon. It's kind of silly. But yeah, it's just a secondary weapon like anything else. And that second paragraph, to convert a focus result to a hit, still applies.
AP5 didn't shoot. I just realized.
Go ahead
Sorry to
and
interrupt you.
no, you're fine. Type in the chat. Say AP5 needs to engage. All ships must engage. Oops.
Ah. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta hop in.
There would have been a range 3 shot there. We're going to keep the same dial.
All right.
It is a
James
hit.
just said they're feeling sorry for me.
Hit crit. And all right, irrelevant. Even though AP5, of course, rolls the patented AP5 crit because it's AP5.
Good catch, chat.
And now we get the foresight shot against AP5. We got 2 hits.
Oh. Oh.
Blank.
That's a brutal way to lose AP5.
Gone from the foresight, doing the damage. But I think that's big. AP5 not being able to do an action before he goes. Remember, AP5 has the ability to still coordinate stress ships. These Inquisitors can do some work. Sami is known for flying the 5 sight, the 5 Inquisitors with foresight. So still has some good weapons there, knows how to use them. We'll see what you can do against Dash, who has that big bat to swing.
After AP5, James is still leading by 48 points. And so you pretty much have to kill Dash.
Dash
kill
is the
Dash
game.
or kill all of Jan.
But really, Dash is the game, because if you're chasing down Jan, Dash is over here just pew, 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 pew. There's a block. No actions for Dash. This is only a
right there.
Yep, 3 dice attack only because of the sensor blind spot on the 2400. 1 hit. Still potentially does a damage. He has the force. Oh, did he not trigger foresight when Dash moved? That's a May, but that's a missed opportunity.
Oh wait, but he already did it with AP5.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Can't do 2 bonus attacks. You're right. And gonna spend the focus to avoid taking damage. Jan Ors, no arc. All right, little Inquisitor, you got to do something mean here to Dash. 3 dice. Range 1. Big roll. Nothing.
Yikes.
Nothing. Roll 2 focuses, but use the focus to stay above half by keeping that shield.
So, Dion, I'd love to hear your opinion. Mm-hmm. Do you think 5 sight should be legal?
No.
Because it has won tournaments. It's it's shown its strength, and so I wonder if we'll see that point adjustment at some point in time.
I think yes. I think yes. It will be interesting. The future points update holds a lot to talk about. And okay, turn to the right towards the board edge, taking the barrel roll. This is just trying to keep Dash in the box. Stay in the kill box. Jan turning.
She's already got a lock. So, do you just rotate here?
Boost. Yep, there it is.
Okay.
You got to get Jan into the fight. She's got a gun. She got the front gun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, since the action is moving towards the center of the board, we're going to go ahead and take our normal camera position. Foresight trigger here, 1 hit. And that is going to do damage. It's another damage card on Dash. Down to 4.
Left.
Double focus with the co-pilot. Perceptive co-pilot. Another sensor blend spot. 3 dice. And spend the focus for 2 hits and a crit. Oh, evade force. You're still taking 1. It's half points.
He spent it on the foresight.
Oh, you're right. So that means we got a fuel leak entering the house. Target lock expenditure on the initial roll. And blanks to blanks. Spend focus for 1. Probably not worth it. Yeah. Here we go.
This is
Range.
rough. Both Inquisitors are down to 1. You
got a hit crit. You need something. You need something big here against Big Boy Dash. Let's see what you got. You're gonna get 1, and that's a crit. Look for something big. Damaged sensor array. Damage.
It's not terrible.
Not growl. Sorry, I hit the wrong one. Not disabled power regulator. That is a lie of the Jedi. It is the disabled, the damage sensor array. So you can only perform focus actions, though. That's mostly what Dash has been doing. Not terrible, though. Could end up affecting the rotate. Okay. We'll end up seeing. We haven't seen any barrel rolls yet. This is correct. Go ahead.
After that Inquisitor took that shot here, Sammy needs 69 points to lead.
Nice.
And so the win condition is still the same as before. Half Jan, kill Dash.
Got it.
Yeah. If he loses another one, he'll need 89 to lead. And so at that point you have to kill the whole list with 1. So this is the end of the line here.
Yeah, it's going to be an uphill climb for sure. Though Sammy has 30 minutes. If he can find an approach vector, which I feel kind of like is what's going on right now. We have separation from pink, and the light blue also coming around. Just trying to set up for an optimal engagement. Now, if you can get both of those Inquisitors' foresight to go off on a future turn on Dash, that could be a way to take it out before he gets to do his actions and shenanigans. It is a large base ship, so you do have the possibility of trying to get both.
Wow. Great maneuvering.
Janors scooting up. Gonna have range 3 shots. Dash probably out of range. Ooh, I said that, and I saw that bubble, and maybe might still have a shot. Oh, just barely. Just barely. So we'll get
That's good for Sammy.
Oh yeah. You don't want to deal with that 5 dice trick shot. Not yet. But here we go. Jan still has a threatening gun. 3 on 4. Trail mix. 1 hit. I believe has a target lock. It does. Looking for the full string and gonna get it after spending the focus. 3 hits. Needs paint. Got it. Spend the focus. Not today.
One of the things I love about X-Wing is just like when it comes down to the wire like that, and you're like you're watching these dice rolls, like you're just held in suspense. You're like, oh my gosh, like because that could have been the end of it, easily.
Absolutely. Alrighty. 29 minutes and change left on this clock. You're watching the top 8 of the Tatooine Galactic Championship qualifier. We have anybody in the chat who was here yesterday? Anybody watch all 6 games yesterday? We got any 6-0ers out there? Oh, we got a little talon roll action, bringing blue around the corner.
Dion, it seems to me that James loves that corner of the board.
He does. Ended up there before.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Jan right now putting the brunt of the offensive on her shoulders. Single hit, still has a was able to scoop up another target lock. Two. And should be able to dodge it with the force there.
Mm-hmm.
Shots back. Pink Inquisitor. 1 hit. Jan Ors currently doesn't have any focus tokens. Oh. Take to damage.
First one.
Yeah, I think that's first blood. Sneaking in the sucker punch from range 3. Very nice. Now, there's some conversation. There's some conversation in the chat about an interesting interaction that we haven't seen quite yet from James with the perceptive co-pilot, allowing him to take an additional focus. There is a possibility for Dash to end up going focus evade with the Jin Urso crew that is on Jan. There's a little bit of back and forth, kind of just debating like why not take the focus evade. And I do agree with the idea that just automatically taking the double focus in every situation isn't always the greatest, especially if you have the the option to go focus evade. And one of the quick tips that we talked about was, especially unless than 3 agility dice, evade is always a better defensive token than just focus. So on Dash, if you're on a one-on-one situation where there's not going to be any other ships shooting you, or you don't have 2 ships to shoot, focus evade would actually be a better tactical choice in that situation. Though I could understand
less than 3 or 3 or less, because I think even with 3, 1 evade is still better, right?
Correct.
Okay.
That's what I said, wasn't it? maybe I
3.
I say 3, 2, 1, and 0 agility. Take an evade is what I'm trying to say.
Well, maybe not 0, right?
Oh, definitely on 0. Taking. I guess you're right. Yeah, sorry, that doesn't work. Yeah, not 0. Focus doesn't help you on defense there either.
Unless you're at like range 3 and you have 1, I guess.
True that. All right, here we go. Dash. Got a couple shots here. Getting pumped up by Jan. Pump up the Jan. Oh, wow. Full string. Natty's 3 hits, 2 crits. Number pink In the grave.
Yikes.
He gone.
All right, got to take out the whole list now in order to win. I think that about seals it.
Now, you guys were asking about the disable power regulator. It did, the damage sensor rate, it did get repaired last turn. So we're all good there, all on the up and up. We got a single Inquisitor versus Jan and Dash. This is an uphill climb, friends. One hit on 2. You're going to do a damage there. Down to 2. There's a chance. There is a chance.
What makes Jan such an excellent endgame piece, in my opinion, is her ability to rotate that arc at I-5. It really makes it so that like she has the flexibility to shoot from any side, and can make that decision at I-5, which is just really, really powerful.
100% agree. Yeah, in the end game, it is definitely a great piece to have. Now,
because
for those
usually these Inquisitors could kind of get away from that, but not on Jan's watch.
Not on Jan's watch. Correct. And that's the other thing, when you have a turreted ship, they have the possibilities of being able to. You don't have to engage like a normal ship, like a ship that has a front arc only. You can engage at different angles and still have shots, which is we were leaning into that last turn as well, or not last turn, last game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the overlay. Let's go ahead and remove the damage sensor array from Dash. That is a lie. Lies of the Jedi. Lies of the Jonah.
Lies of the Jonas, apparently, right? But, all right. Keeping it simple.
2 straight. Barrel roll. Barrel rolling backwards. Just trying to buy a turn here. Jan is still going to get a shot with the back arc. Takes a target lock. Three straight. Able to buy a turn. Remember, this Inquisitor does have only 1 health, so if these two dice are able to sneak in 1 damage, that'll be it. 1 hit.
I would say that.
Reroll, blank to blank. Oh, survives. Survives. He lives. The mighty blue.
Inquisitorius lives on.
That's for now. But I don't know how long. I don't know how long Sammy can keep this up. I mean, he's gonna K-turn or Talon roll.
I mean,
Hard
like you
to
said,
the
Dash is the game, right? So
right.
What's maybe that 2 Talon to the right? I could see, but Dash is probably going to the right.
Agreed.
2 Talon to the left might not be a bad idea then.
Yeah, you need the foresight in order to take out Dash. And there's the 4K, just kind of hoping that Dash lands in that bullseye. 1 straight. Two bank, no foresight. Dash able to dodge. Basically the thing that would give Sammy a chance to take him out.
There is a situation where you should have taken the evade, in my opinion, because there's only 1 ship, so you can't double tap.
This is true. You're 100% correct. Oh, he makes it a non-issue, James. Jonas. Oh my God, name's Jonah.
This is brutal.
5 hits, gets past the 2 agility. That's it.
That's the
GG.
game.
87 to 200. Congratulations, James, getting the win. Thank you to ISO, Danko, Baffle, Trojan, Prophet, Shadow, Tycho, Spice, Raider, Lancer, Fallen, and Row 6, our Grand Admiral patrons, and all of our Gold Squadron patrons and community members. Thank you so much for your support. Gold Squadron out.